Hello everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me. Thank you for being here with me today. I hope that you're doing okay. I've got a topic today that I'm sure is gonna ruffle some feathers and also stimulate some sensitive feelings about aging, because I was just reflecting myself on my aging process and how, as I started 60 and Me, I was really adamant about pushing back on aging stereotypes. And I've always believed that the way we talk about ourselves is the way that other people follow on and see us. So we actually, think that we're invisible. Well, there's some things we can do to talk about not being invisible. We can do, not so much talk about, but there's some words that people use to describe us as older women that is really, to some people, quite difficult. And I want you to be constructive here, because I know in the comments we're going to get some people saying, I don't like the word older. I don't like the word describing an older woman, or I don't like the word elder. And there's all kinds of fun, words that people have put together to describe, like I'm a queenager, which is kind of a fun one. But, I'm trying to, in this conversation, come up with some ideas, or at least talk about the real words that people would use to describe you and what you would prefer. As an older woman, or a mature woman, or a woman of a certain age, the kind of language that people use. But Rebecca Olkowski is one of our bloggers, and she wrote this article after she went to a conference called, I think it was the New Old Age, and it was to really talk to companies that were interested in targeting the older demographic. And there's, all the isms in the world are beginning to hopefully be addressed, and we can move forward. But ageism is one that seems to still be so prevalent. And so it's really based in some ways on the assumptions about what we do as we get older. We retire, we start doing things, like knitting, or we sit by the fire and read, or, there's assumptions about our activities. Now that was what at the beginning I was saying, we can do something about that. So for example, I go out and travel and I get into the world and I meet young people and I talk to them. I just joined TikTok a few months ago, and I'm actually enjoying it because I'm getting a lot of feedback actually from younger people saying, we like you, we like what you're doing, what you stand for. And that's what we need, I think, to start doing. So there's ways that we can, start looking at the assumptions about what we do and push back on those and help educate. It's not a matter of being defensive and being offensive. It's a matter of just doing things. So for example, Rebecca talks about the use of the word anti-aging. Now, I must admit, I'm a really big fan of positive aging or pro-aging, something that's talking about aging in a good way, in a way that's moving forward. We're alive, we're here, it's good. The alternative is not a good thing. But we're positive, not anti anything. But the world has established this conversation, especially in the makeup industry and skincare business, about anti-aging, as if you can put products on your face and you can do certain things with makeup that will make you look younger. Whereas in my opinion, the focus for me is on being healthy, being well, being, vibrant and curious, compassionate. And so maybe that, that focus on anti-aging could be softened. I mean, how many of you have kind of a visceral reaction to the phrase anti-aging? Now, as I ask that question, I know that, I'm assuming this. I'd like to know your answers. I'm assuming that a lot of people will say, I don't like that phrase, anti-aging. But why do you type it into Google and ask for anti-aging products? And I actually pushed back on a blogger about this one time. She was very adamant about promoting anti-aging products. And she said, well, I'm not that fond of the term either, but it basically, that's what sells. That's what people want. That's the industry uses. And I just think that's such a shame that we can't, as a group of at least bloggers and influencers, start having a conversation about positive aging. So anyway, that's the one thing. The words that we can use are like vibrant, youthful, glowing, rather than this product is for anti-aging, as if it's going to make you look youthful or look younger. So let's look at some of the other words. There's words like over the hill, doddering, decrepit. These are words that describe, that people use to describe older people sometimes. We're falling apart. We're not as physically strong as we used to be. And that's true. I mean, there's no problem admitting that our bodies change as we get older, that we are not as physically strong, perhaps, unless you're working on weightlifting and doing other things, which you're totally free to do. But the way that people describe you as being doddering, like forgetful, it's just like that life is like this constant movement downhill. I just saw a t-shirt once. It was really funny. It said, what did it say? Over the hill and picking up speed. Now that's good. That's a good phrase, and I would stick with that one. But it's this whole idea, the words that a lot of people use are related to getting older as a physical reality. Now the truth is, and we know this, that many older women are doing amazing things with their bodies. We're playing with our grandkids for one thing. I take that as a benefit and what's the word, like a sign that I'm doing okay. I can get down on the floor and play. But also they're running marathons, climbing mountains, starting new businesses, helping other people, just lifting up other people, holding them strong in this really difficult time. During the pandemic, I looked at older women, maybe that's just because I'm an older woman, as being a source of strength. Young people had not been through so much of what we have gone through. And I think it gave us a lot of added strength. Now, Rebecca also talks about senior moments. Like they just assume that, we're seniors, that somehow we're senior in our attitudes, senior in our bodies, senior in the way we see things or do things. And it's true. I mean, my brain is pretty full. I mean, I don't think I forget as much as, as I think I do sometimes, but like we're busy. It happens. You forget stuff. I mean, I do write a lot of things down. Now I write notes. I have a little whiteboard here that I make quick notes so I don't forget to do something, because I jump from thing to thing. That's a lot of people do it. I have never been able to remember names, ever. I was 18 or 28 or 58 or 73. I have never been able to remember names. And honestly, I'm another person that's not wired for directions. Like if you point me in a direction, excuse me, my throat, and say, go to this direction or that, I could have done it 3 times yesterday, but I'm like, do I go right or left? I just, we have a lot of memories and a lot of data. Another one that people call it an old goat. I don't know what that has, poor goats have to do with it, but maybe do goats do something unusual when they get older? I don't know. Or a biddy. I don't know where that one came from. Like a woman of a certain age is a quite a common one. I actually don't have so much of a problem with that. I kind of like that one. I don't know who started that phrase, but I kind of like women of a certain age. I think it's classy. It's mysterious. It's a certain age. It's like not a definite age. It's just a certain age. So, senior, elder, older, mature. What is the word that, as an adjective, that you would like to be called? Like a mature woman, an elder woman, a woman of a certain age, experienced woman? Let's come up with some ideas. Let's change the dialogue. I was actually looking at my notes here because in Rebecca's article, she talks about different countries. And in Japan, they refer to their older people as sensei. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Sensei, S-E-N-S-A-I. And that means great respect. So you're a sensei. And that's how younger people see you. And they actually bow and respect you. Unfortunately, that's not that I want to be in that situation. It's a cultural thing in Japan, of course. But, every culture is different. And we all age differently. And we all have different sensitivities. So I think it'd be really interesting to know what your words are. What are the words you would prefer to use to describe the aging process? And one thing I must say actually about being on TikTok, it's just a random thing, but I think that the more honest you are about aging, I did a video the other day with just no makeup on, and I was, like I do for us at 60 and me, but I did it on a platform where the average age, I think is 18 to 34. And everybody was just so, oh, thank you for showing that. That's just so cool. And, it's like, this is what 73 looks like, guys. This is it. And it's a good thing. It's a positive thing. It's my blossoming. It's my, I'm not trying to go back. I'm not trying to anti-age. I'm trying to share the wisdom, the fun, the I don't know, just the person that I've become. So do you think that what words would you use to describe the aging process? And how would you like people to refer to you? I think it's a good conversation. If you have any, thing you'd like to share with me about experiences you've had with aging and the use of those powerful words that are so negative in a way, so inaccurate, I would say, please leave it in the section below. Come on, love each other, give some love, because I know people do feel sensitive about this, and I'm really, really happy that we had a chance to talk about it. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel so that we can reach more women. And of course, there's a notification bell if you want to know when videos are uploaded. I do 4 every week, so you've got lots of opportunity to enjoy other topics too. And just know that I love you all, respect you so much, and appreciate you being here with me on this journey. And ask you to just take care of yourselves, stay safe and strong, be well. Bye for now.